From the start of the national anthem, I think that's the special. That kind of separates itself from other buildings is the national anthem and how everybody, all the fans cheer and gives you goosebumps, no matter if it's your first year or 15th year.
And Lord Stanley is moving back to the Windy City.
They're one of the top teams the last few years. They've won a couple of Stanley Cups. They got a good young core group of guys there, so you know it's going to be a game.
And them being this, the reigning Stanley Cup champs, you want to knock them off.
Today in the Windy City, the San Jose Sharks will take their first shot at the champs in a battle of two of the West's best, Sharks and Blackhawks. Now. Live from the west side of Chicago, it's the Sharks against the Blackhawks. A quarter of the way through the National Hockey League season, the Sharks are 1 point out of first overall in the NHL. Tonight, they'll face their biggest challenge so far this year, a meeting with the defending Stanley Cup champions. Hi again, everybody, along with Drew Remenda. I'm Randy Hahn. We come to you from the United Center in Chicago, the city where I guess you could say the Stanley Cup path will pass through. The Blackhawks defending champions, and they've won it 2 of the last 3 years, Drew.
One of the best teams in the National Hockey League over the last 4 years, really, when you look at their standings, how well they played. Taves, Kane, Seabrook, Keith, you go on and on. You look at this Chicago Blackhawks outfit, they are absolutely outstanding. A high amount of skill, but they've also got role players that play their role probably better than anybody else in the National Hockey League. This is the last time they had a trip to the White House, which was just a little bit recently, raising the banner in the first game, again celebrating the championship. But this is a team that has team toughness. They're stocked from the goaltender out. This is a very tough, very good test for the San Jose Sharks.
Now the Blackhawks lost, and they lost big last night in Nashville, 7-2, arguably their worst game so far this year, but they haven't had many stinkers. As you look at the Central Division standings, Drew, they're on top ahead of St. Louis.
But once again, when you look at the standings, you look at how good the Chicago Blackhawks have been playing, and they're not being able to pull away from anybody, much like the Pacific Division. The Western Conference is so tough, you have to be able to be on your game. Like Todd McClellan said last game, it's a day-to-day league.
Yeah, just 2 points between first and fourth. Drew caught up with Sharks captain Joe Thornton moments ago to talk about tonight's game.
Is there any extra motivation in playing the champs?
No, this is... You want an early test of the season, here it is. A great team and on their home ice, so it should be an exciting game.
What part of your game are you most proud of right now, the way you're playing?
Well, I think just we're playing, all 3 zones right now. We're just playing good defensively, good in the neutral zone, and good in the offensive zone. So it takes three zones to win this league, and right now we are.
Okay, your answer to my next question was how good is the team playing? How good are you playing?
Yeah, good. Tommy Wingles has been playing really, really good, and obviously Thomas is, finishing right now. So as a line, we're playing good, and I feel comfortable right now.
Keep going.
Thanks, Drew.
Well, let's look at the Sharks division setup right now. And there's 5 points between first and fourth in the Pacific, so it's not quite as bunched up as the Central. The Sharks, Drew, despite some ragged play at times on this road trip, they've won 3 in a row, and they're only a point back of the Ducks.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at the way the San Jose Sharks were playing, even when they were losing, they were getting points. But now, going through Western Canada, they were terrific once they got out of Winnipeg.
Yeah, consecutive wins over the Flames, Canucks, and Oilers. That's the first time the Sharks have ever done it.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. What you really liked about the Sharks is that for most of those games, they dictated the play. They were the guys that came out and were able to score when they had the opportunity. Even against Vancouver, there were many times that the San Jose Sharks had to weather a heavy storm, but then came back and found a way to win.
All right, we addressed it briefly in the pregame show for those who might not have heard it. Chicago obviously aren't going to be very happy with what happened last night in Nashville, but losing big. That was borderline embarrassing to them. What do you expect from them tonight coming out of the gate?
I think that's the big thing. They're going to come out of the gate real hard. You know that they've got a very demanding coaching staff, and they are a team that wants to go after you. Last night against the Nashville Predators, as usual, they're always interesting games at the Nashville Predators. Their goaltending did not look strong. The Nashville Predators were firing shot after shot. This is, as you said, Randy, one of the games where really this is probably their poorest performance all year. They used both Nikolai Khabibulin came in, he was out, Crawford came in, and it didn't really help the Chicago Blackhawks. When you look at the way this team's playing, you know they're going to come out and try to redeem themselves.
Well, we've talked about how many great weapons they have offensively. The Blackhawks blessed with a lot of talent up front. Taves, Kane, Sharp, and others. One guy they won't have in their lineup tonight is Marian Hossa. We just got the lineups, and he will be scratched for the Blackhawks tonight. He didn't play last night in Nashville either, as he came up with an injury in the warm-up. We are set to go with the national anthem, always something special here in Chicago. And now, down to the ice for the anthem with Jim Cornelison.
Justin Zandy, U.S. Army Vietnam Veteran Specialist Robert Charles Myers, and joint organist Frank Pellico, and soloist Jim Cornelison for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang out, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
And we're all set to go here in Chicago after that always rousing rendition of the national anthem here. Antti Niemi's been off since Thursday when he helped the Sharks to a win in Vancouver. He gets the start against the team he won the Stanley Cup with back in 2010, facing Corey Crawford. Crawford unexpectedly had to come into last night's game in Nashville when Nikolai Khabibulin went down with an injury, and it didn't go very well for Crawford. He gave up 5 goals on 22 shots. Todd McClellan has the Sharks going pretty well on this road trip now. They've won 3 in a row as they close out the 5-game in 8-day trip tonight. And as you can imagine, Joel Quenneville not happy at all last night about his team's performance. That look on his face now similar to what he had on his face post-game yesterday in Music City. As we're just about set to drop the puck here, some discussion going on at the timers bench between the referee and the minor officials. Not quite sure what that's all about. Perhaps double-checking the lineups.
I think they might be double-checking the lineups right now. Is the referee talking to the video, or is he talking to the Situation Room in Toronto? Right now, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Well, whatever it is, they've got it sorted out, and we're set to go. Sharks and Blackhawks for the first time this season. And we're underway here at the always jam-packed United Center. This will be the 240th consecutive sellout of this arena here in this matchup tonight. Jonathan Taves for Chicago. Puck picked up by Logan Couture. He'll feed it across for Marleau, and it's broken up by the Blackhawks, and Taves will bring it back up ice. Taves on the left wing for Brandon Saad. Saad engaging back there with Justin Braun. As the Sharks' James Shepard moves it up, it's bumped down the ice. Marleau with his speed cuts in front of Brent Seabrook. Now Duncan Keith with a good play against Marleau, able to get the puck away, and he clears it back through the neutral zone. Thornton flipping it back to Keith. Joe leading the NHL in assists right now with 19 after what ended up turning out to be a 2-assist game the other night in Edmonton. When we went off the air, we had him with all 3, but there was a scoring change on a goal, so they took one of Thornton's assists away. That was on the game's first goal by Joe Pavelski, but he continues to lead the NHL. Joe with 19 on the year as the Blackhawks come back into the zone. And a whistle here. And that's going to be on an offside call as we look at the Sharks line. A couple of changes to note for the Sharks tonight. Not in the lineup for them is Matt Irwin. He didn't play in Edmonton either, but Mike Brown, who did go against the Oilers, will watch this one for the press box tonight. Martin Havlat, who did not play against Edmonton, is back in, playing on the fourth line with Desjardins and Nieto.
And you hope that sitting out, being a coach's decision in Edmonton, will spark Marty to a bit more of an inspired performance.
By the way, Thornton with 20 assists. He would have had 21 had he been given the third one against the Oilers the other night. And now Chris Versteeg, the newest Blackhawk, except he's an old Blackhawk, came over in a trade the other day from the Florida Panthers. As you look at their lines, that's got to be great news for Versteeg, going from a last-place team to another shot at a Stanley Cup. He was on the team back in 2010.
And then he went. And the interesting thing about this year's Chicago Blackhawk team as compared to the last time they won the Stanley Cup championship, you remember the exodus out of Chicago because of the cap problems they ran into. So many of the key players left. This time, so many of the key players are still here.
Nicholas Hjalmarsson chasing after this, but Tyler Kennedy gets to it first, tried to feed Joe Pavelski. That's broken up, and the Blackhawks come ahead. Brendan Peary, number 37, our first look at this 20-year-old rookie, playing his first season in the National Hockey League, and he's been productive for the Blackhawks. Peary already with 5 goals this year. He scored one of the 2 goals last night in Nashville. Now a breakup, and the Sharks with a chance here as Pavelski comes 2-on-1 with Nieto, and the pass broken up as Pavelski put it near the stick of Nick Leddy, and he was able to clear it away. Brian Bickle for the Blackhawks. That's off the stick of Niemi. Cleared up the near side, and Havlat will play it back for Justin Braun. We're just 2.5 into the first period here in Chicago on what was a stormy day here in the Chicagoland area. There were tornadoes, some of which touched down in the area and other parts of the state. Devastating damage. None here in Chicago per se, but lots of wind, rain, and lightning, in fact, forcing the delay of the Bears game with the Baltimore Ravens earlier this afternoon at Soldier Field. They had to shut it down for 2 hours. There's a shot by Duncan Keith, just missed. Now back toward the net, and Niemi will cover that. Let's check our Lexus keys to the game for today, Drew.
For the San Jose Sharks, you got to have 5 guys up on the forecheck, 5 guys back in your zone. You got to make sure you're ruling every zone on the ice with all the individuals on the ice. You have to control their active D. They're very good at jumping up in the play, and in the offensive zone, their D are moving around everywhere. So you got to make sure you have that in your back pocket and initiate your game. Go back to that first shift in Edmonton, how Logan Couture started that game. That's how the Sharks have to be.
Tomas Hertl to Joe Thornton. He'll fire a shot over the Hawks net. Crawford had to duck out of the way of that one. And now the Sharks called offside at the Blackhawk line.
You go back to that game in Edmonton. Right away, the puck gets back to the D. It goes over the boards. Logan Couture, right away, he initiates contact. He's got his nose over the puck. That's great. How about Joe Thornton? Are you noticing him shooting more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, he got the assist on what essentially was a shot by him that resulted in the game-winning goal in Calgary by Brad Stewart in overtime. Thornton, 9 points in his last 7 games, a goal and 8 assists, and a pass out front for Hertl from Wingels, just missed clicking. Sharks looking good here in the early going in Chicago. Here's a rink-wide pass for Thornton. He'll take it as Wingels goes to the net. The trailer on the play, Vlasic, unable to pick that up cleanly. Back comes Taves, but Dan Boyle gets in the way for the Sharks. Boyle for Hertl, and around to Couture. Logan feeds it up for James Shepard. He'll go through center now into the Chicago zone. In the corner against Keith, he plays it up the boards for Couture. Saved by Crawford, then it came back to the net. Another drive, this one drops in front of the goal. A chance at the side for Marleau, and that puck just bouncing around the goal crease there. Patrick couldn't convert it. Now Couture wants to go back to the point. That's broken up, and the Hawks come ahead. Ben Smith, he'll chip it down the boards. Marcus Kruger, number 16, behind the San Jose net. Now Oduya for Chicago. As Marlowe has it, lost it to Kruger. Played up the boards this side by Brandon Bolig, number 52. And Demers able to get it for the Sharks as Pavelski endeavors to chip it out, but can't. Scott Hannon back. Good shift by the Blackhawks fourth line here. Kept the puck in the Sharks' end for quite a bit. As Demers will finally work it out through center ice. Hjalmarsson and Oduya back up through center. This is fired in by Versteeg, who took a hit from Kennedy. Now Braun pops Patrick Kane on the far side. Kane, leading scorer for the Blackhawks so far this year. Braun up for John McCarthy, and McCarthy sending it in. Goes up against Roosevelt. Here comes Nick Leddy. A stretch pass for Peary. Brandon Peary back to Leddy. Saved by Niemi.
More of their D jumping up into play. You're going to see that happen quite a bit. Your wingers have to make sure they come back hard, and if you can, finish checks. Nice little delay. Here comes Nick Leddy jumping in. Boom, shot. Antti Niemi just on the edge of the crease. Their D are very active, moving the puck out of their zone. They join the attack. Guys like Nick Leddy, Brent Seabrook, Duncan Keith, very good and very hard shots.
Leddy's got a couple of goals already this year. And Niemi now has seen 2 shots so far in this first period. Sharks have 2 down at the other end against Corey Crawford. Andrew Shaw out there, the recipient of a contract extension the other day by the Blackhawks. A new 2-year deal for him. And Shaw sends it behind the net for Kane. That'll go all the way up the right side. Brian Bickle grinding it out down low. Desjardins, and now across for Martin Havlat. Havlat for the Sharks. He'll give it back. The pass for Nieto clicked, but then he lost it as Bickle fires it back into San Jose territory. Of course, Havlat, a former Blackhawk, spent some time here before they won the Cup in 2010.
Nice.
Good work by Thornton in the corner. Then Shaw got a stick on the puck, back to the defense, and it's Jason Demers with it. Demers an assist in Edmonton the other night. That gives him 9 on the year now, looking for that first goal though. And Stewart has it intercepted by Taves. Jonathan Taves with Saad. It gets to Niemi. Chopped up the near side by Stewart. Wingles clears it out. Now in a race to the puck. Here's a breakaway for Hertl. And his shot blocked by Seabrook, who got across to interfere with that. Good chance there for the Sharks top line as the Sharks change on the fly here in the first period. Couture over the Chicago line. Logan loads up, hits the post. Back to Couture off the goal post. The Sharks had a handful of goal posts in Edmonton the other night, and they've got their first here.
Logan hit 3 himself.
Couture again down low, out front. The pass goes all the way to the line. Vlasic, his wrister tipped on a set play, but it's Sharp to clear it back for Chicago.
What a shot by Logan. Just unleashes it.
Pavelski goes through a stick check, gets it to Boyle. Boyle for Pavelski, tipped it over the net. Now McCarthy getting another look on this Pavelski line here tonight for Todd McClellan. Off the battle on the boards, it's Boyle to Kennedy. McCarthy turns, fires, and Crawford makes the save. Logan Couture off the post. It stays score of the game, and it belongs to President Obama. During the Blackhawks visit to the White House just a short time ago, said, quote, 3 years ago, the Hawks won their first Stanley Cup in 49 years. Keep in mind, the Cubs have been waiting 105 years, so 49 might not have seemed so bad, but luckily the Stanley Cup came again just a little bit quicker. Spoken by a true White Sox fan.
The great thing about that, if you watch that reception that they had at the White House when the president receives the championship teams, received the Blackhawks, he was like Don Rickles at the Dean Martin roast. He was throwing out one-liners all over the place. It was great.
He hasn't had a whole lot to laugh about aside from that lately.
Well, they got their boys in the Blackhawks laughing. That was good.
He's been on a little bit of a winless streak.
He's tied a couple.
Yeah. Lost a few shootouts. No score here in the first period. Nick Leddy pumps a shot toward the net. It was blocked by Desjardins. Now Leddy gets it again. Sends it over to the other side. Roosevelt there. Behind the net, it's Peary. Versteeg waiting on it. Lots of time to make a play, but he took too much time, and Boyle was able to knock it away. But now Kane. Back from Versteeg. Kane goes cross ice. The shot saved by Niemi. Rebound cleared ahead, and Havlat now will flip it clear. Desjardins. And following him was Hurdle, but the Sharks can't advance it. Back comes Kane. Good back check there. But the puck goes right to a Blackhawk. It's Jonathan Toews. Toews checked by Demers. Wingles trying to move it past Sharp. Does. And the Sharks come through center. And they're offside.
Hey, we talked about the active D. This Michael Roosevelt, he's going to come all the way over here, and he gets a dynamite chance. Go ahead and roll it, gang. So good work by the Blackhawks working along the board. Sharks have nice numbers, but then look at that pass all the way out there. You're a forward. You're not expecting a defenseman to be there. They've got such great movement and very active defense that you have to make sure that you are right there active with them.
Here's Brent Seabrook. He and Duncan Keith seemingly have been paired together forever on defense for Chicago.
Well, Duncan Keith gets all the pub, and well, he should. He's a great defenseman. This guy, Brent Seabrook, he is unbelievable. He may be one of the most underrated defensemen in the league. Even though we know he's great, he doesn't get enough publicity for how good he really is. And when he's in the lineup, boy, oh boy, the Blackhawks they rely on him to log those heavy minutes, but he's also an offensive threat. He and Duncan Keith are probably the best pairing in the National Hockey League.
Well, Seabrook had that Game 7 overtime winner against the Detroit Red Wings in the second round last year. This is Hurdle for Joe Thornton. No score here in the first. Pass goes far side. A quick shot. Saved by Crawford. Nice puck movement by the Sharks there, and Demers gets an opportunity.
That is two passes by Joe Thornton right now. One to Tomas Hurdle, and then this one. How does he find this play right over here? Jason Demers, talk about an active defense, offensive movements in the zone. Jason Demers comes all the way down, slides up just like Roosevelt tried to do, and somehow Joe Thornton finds him. Wow.
Joe 1 point away from tying Nicholas Lidstrom now on the NHL's all-time scoring list. Joe with 1,141 as he continues to move up, and also closing in on Pierre Turgeon on the all-time assist list, 4 back of him. Hawks send it in. Ben Smith, he's given a shove by Braun. Now Smith sends it back to the point. Oduya's wrister through traffic and wide. Now trouble for Marleau. He's checked by Bollig. Plays it up for Shepard. That takes a Chicago bounce. Bollig's wrister goes wide. Johnny Oduya jumped in down the left wing. Now he'll drift back to his defense position as Braun, coming off a really strong game in Edmonton the other night with it. Chalmerson shot blocked, and Niemi able to cover it up in front of the San Jose net. 9.5 left here in the first. For the Coors Light Cold Hard Facts, these are, I guess, the true standings of the best points percentage so far this year, because it balances it out in games played. St. Louis on top, the Sharks right behind, and then the Blackhawks right behind them. San Jose with 31 points, Chicago with 30. The Sharks and St. Louis have the fewest regulation losses in the league, only 2. The Blues, though, are going to have to come from behind to avoid a loss today. They are losing 4-1 to Washington in the second period. Alex Ovechkin had 2 goals in the first period in that game. Ovi, as you and I call him,
You know him well.
now with 17 goals on the year. Big matchup there, of course, with Alex Steen and Ovechkin, the 2 top goal scorers in the league right now, as we'll get an icing call against the Sharks. So the Sharks won, number 2 behind St. Louis, then Chicago, then Phoenix, Colorado, and Anaheim in those average points. All of the top 6 teams from the Western Conference, and 1, 2, 3 of them from the Pacific Division. Joe Pavelski with the face-off for the Sharks, and he wins the draw. He's been the Sharks' top man in the circle so far this year, coming into the game tonight at 58% so far this year. And it's Pavelski, stays on side as Kennedy got it, gives it back toward number 8. But the other number 8, Nick Leddy, knocked Pavelski off the puck as 88. Patrick Kane loses it. Quick shot by Kennedy. That just missed wide. Now Kennedy works it back to the blue line for Vlasic. His pass blocked. Kane trying to chase it down. Let Hannon, or make it, Boyle there in time to clear it over. And Vlasic works it up ice again. Joe Thornton chasing it down against Roosevelt in the Chicago zone.
Whoa!
Down goes Leddy after that collision with Thornton. Now Joe gets it back, takes a shot, but it's off Seabrook, sticking out of play.
That is finishing a check. Joe Thornton getting in on the forecheck. Follows the puck. He's just going to finish off the check on Nick Leddy. Says Nick Leddy had flying. The captain's pumped up. He told us it wasn't any big deal playing the champs. I think he was kind of fibbing a little bit because he looks a little extra motivated tonight.
Leading the Sharks in scoring with 22 points now. Joe Thornton plus 10 in the plus-minus column.
What Todd McClellan talked about, though, after the Edmonton game, it's his play on the forecheck. It's his back checking. It's his penalty killing. It's his work in the face-off circle. Those are the things, besides he continues to put up points, those are the things that you look at with Joe Thornton and you go, wow, this guy is playing.
3-on-2. Sharp had it broken up by Demers. Now down in the corner, Demers and Wingles trying to extract it from under Jonathan Toews.
You know, how often do you ask for leadership by example? You're getting it with the Sharks number 19.
The officials let them continue to try and work it out of that corner. Thornton finally does get it clear to Hannon. Hannon for Hurdle. He led him a little bit too far with that pass. It results in an icing against San Jose.
Now, when we talk about 5 up and 5 back, this is a great example of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and look at where they are. Their zone is so small. You want to talk about shrinking the zone, go ahead and clear that. You just want to head to the face-off guys. But you just see how the Sharks are just continuing to work and shrink the zone and get that advantage. Yeah, it goes out of the zone, goes for an icing. But really well done by the Sharks, shrinking the zone, everybody back in the right positions, not giving the Blackhawks any room.
Seabrook, that got through a lot of traffic, and Niemi was able to pick it up, made the blocker save. As it comes back to center, Seabrook falls, but Hurdle was turning toward the bench for a change as the Sharks had been stuck on there a while after the icing. A fresh Tomas Hurdle maybe breaks away there. Wingles right in front of the net. Now a nice move by Nieto. Plays it up through center for Desjardins, who couldn't get it in the zone.
Nice play by Roosevelt in the neutral zone. Cuts over real quick. Desjardins thought he had a little bit more time.
Shaw and Bickle working down low against Hannon in the Shark zone. Here's Shaw, one hand on his stick, the other on Desjardins, and he draws a penalty as the Sharks are going to be shorthanded. Crawford comes out. Extra skater for Chicago on now, and it's Kane with the puck. Patrick Kane shot it wide. On the rebound, it's cleared back to the point. Kane again, and a good stick by Demers, but no control, so they don't blow the whistle. And there's control, and now we get the call, and it's going to be a hooking penalty against the Sharks.
Andrew Desjardins doesn't like it very much. You teach stick on puck all the time if you're in the defensive zone. Boy, he is really hot about that call.
Number 10, hooking.
You teach stick on puck all the time. Now Desjardins on the play when it goes to the hook, he goes stick across the back, and then he tries to go down on puck. Check it out here. Now, stick on back. Now you want to get down. And see how the stick comes up parallel to the ice on the hip? Now, a lot of guys in the league now, you're seeing it a lot, they'll just trap that stick along their hip. So to the referee, it looks like it's hooking.
Stewart will clear this. Chicago's power play ranked 8th. Sharks penalty kill tied for 13th. So Desjardins gets the hooking call at 13:07. Top guy on the power play, not surprisingly, Patrick Kane for the Hawks. with 4 power play goals. He sends it across the line, but the Hawks are offside.
Got to get in shooting lanes against their power play. Their power play's got some big shooters at the back end. Plus, also, you've got guys that in front of the net on those rebounds can put it away. So you got to do your best to prevent the puck from getting to the net.
Face it off outside the San Jose zone. And it comes back for Duncan Keith. Keith leading the Hawks defense in scoring. He's got a goal and 14 assists. Seabrook's not far behind him with 12 points. Couture, and can't get it out, but on second effort he does.
Perfect follow-up by Logan Couture. Realized the situation. Puck was bouncing a little bit on Duncan Keith, so Logan attacked.
Back to Kane. On the re-entry, feeds Sharp at the point. His shot blocked by Wingles. Wingles has McCarthy. Feeds him on the wing. Now John McCarthy out on this penalty kill, chasing Keith. And he'll just send it back.
Perfect right there by Tommy Wingles, making sure he was in the shooting lane, then gets the puck up, and Johnny McCarthy bringing pressure up the ice.
Now Brandon Peary, 5 goals for the rookie so far this season. Saad to Leddy. That shot blocked and hit Braun. Nieto works against Versteeg. Here's Leddy now. He has a clean look. Gives it back. Seabrook shot blocked by McCarthy and it hurt.
Yeah, but he still stood in.
Now they go right point. Back to Seabrook up top. Leddy shoots off the net, looking for a tip from Saad. Off the boards to Seabrook. He'll jam it ahead. Sharks are back at full strength as Seabrook picks it up on the board. Fires it back down behind the net. Saad can't pick up the pass. McCarthy trying to clear it up out of the zone. And Saad able to hold it. Now Desjardins out of the box trying to push it out with his skate. And it did come out. We'll get an offside call against Chicago. Good penalty kill for the Sharks, still scoreless here in Chicago. Stories take you back to last spring, the Stanley Cup Finals, Game 6. Boston had a lead late, but then 2 goals in the now famous 17 seconds by the Hawks to tie it, and then Dave Bolland to win it. And the Blackhawks celebrated their second Stanley Cup in 3 years. That is the shortest span between game tying and Stanley Cup clinching goals in NHL history. 17 seconds, and 17 seconds also the title of the championship presentation that the Blackhawks put together. It was a DVD that was recently released and also appeared in cinemas here in the Chicagoland area. As you see Rocky Wirtz, the chairman of the Blackhawks, enjoying himself here at the hockey game. And talk about a popular owner. There's not many owners in sports more popular right now than Rocky Wirtz of the Blackhawks.
He has taken this once great franchise who fell off and fell on some hard times back to the greatest franchise right now with 2 Stanley Cups in the last 3 years as far as their production on the ice. There's nobody better, and they love him here in Chicago. And he's done a lot of the other things that you needed to do to get the fans back in the building. He's done a terrific job here.
No score here in the first period. Sharks out shooting Chicago 7-6, despite the Blackhawks having the lone power play. As Couture works down low, puck at the side, cleared around, but Seabrook's there. Quickly to Keith on his backhand. He gives it to Saad, tossing it into the corner, and a hold there by Patrick Sharp on the Shark stick, but no call. Had it tucked under his arm.
Yeah, you gotta
Here's
wonder.
Sharp to the net. Taves is there, and Niemi is able to cover it.
Especially in that situation where it's in the offensive zone for the grab of the stick, or, you tuck it under the arm. The referees can see that as well as anybody, but they're more than willing to let that go. And this is the close shot, looking again off the net as Taves heading towards the net. Patrick Sharp's just shooting. Dan Boyle there, he blocks it. Dan Boyle is the guy that actually stops that. And there's the crash in around the net.
Sharp, 5 goals, 17 points on the year. He's led his team in goals here in Chicago 3 of the last 5 years. What a terrific talent he turned out to be. Originally drafted in the 3rd round by Philadelphia, and they traded him here in 2005. I'll bet they'd like a redo on that one. He's turned into an elite scorer in the National Hockey League. Here's Kane 2-on-1 with Leddy. Kane delays, shoots, block, rebound, score. Brandon Peary makes it 1-0 Chicago.
You're a coach, you don't like these type of goals because you're coming back in the zone. You've got numbers, but what happened with the numbers? Everybody's looking at the puck. John McCarthy and Jason Demers should have their head turned, try to find the guys that are bringing problems. Let the guys in front of you handle the two Blackhawks, and then you have to get your head turned and find the problems coming to you. That's what they call an over back check, but also you're looking at the puck. What do we always say? Head on a swivel.
So Peary, who we talked about earlier, gets his 6th goal of the year. Kane, the primary assist. And Chicago off to the start that I'm sure Joel Quenneville was hoping for, the game's first goal. As Hertl plays it up the boards for the Sharks, and Joe Thornton now comes to center with Tommy Wingels. 1-0 Chicago with 3 to go here in the opening period. Wingels leaves the puck behind the net. Thornton gets it to Hertl. He fans on it. A return shot gets through to the net, and Crawford blocked it. Sharks come back with a strong shift here and almost get the goal right back.
Well, they had started strong, a little bit of a fallback as the power play gained some momentum for the Blackhawks.
Shot from the point by Keith as there's lots of activity in front of the Chicago bench.
Still activity in front
as
of it.
Thornton and Bollig were going at it for a while. And
Crawford
finally, Joes gets to the bench as play is halted.
Sharks are going to get a penalty. Crawford was coming out of the bench there. Chance, kind of a knuckleball. Crawford's got to be on it. Here's the pushing and shoving. Bollig gives face wash, and that's the call right there. That little. Now, Bollig's going to get it.
Bollig's the only one going to the box.
I was wondering why, because Crawford coming out of the bench.
So no penalty for Joe Thornton. He'll be out on the power play. Bollig getting the call here at 17:30. Sharks on a Cache Creek power play looking to tie the game.
I thought Joe was getting it originally because Crawford came all the way out to the blue line.
Thornton tossed. Couture to face Taves. Taves wins the draw. Oduya fakes shooting it down the ice. Still able to get past Marleau, and he'll clear it. Roughing the call against Brandon Bollig, who leads Chicago in penalties this year. Sharks on the entry, comes off Marleau's skate, and goes out of play onto the Blackhawk bench, so not a very smooth entry there for the Sharks.
Yeah, the pass was just a little bit behind Patrick Marleau, and it hit him in the skate, and that allowed Taves to get a stick. It's a little cutback play that a lot of teams like to use. Good idea, it's timing, but didn't quite work out.
Demers, and now Justin Braun. Sharks power play tied for 9th best in the NHL, 21%. Chicago's penalty kill is second to worst. They're 29th, and at home they're dead last. They are only 66.7% on the penalty kill on home ice this year.
Well, hopefully that will continue tonight.
Yeah, you'd think. Demers. Now Tommy Wingels. At the goal line, Hertl can't pick it up. Back to Wingels, on to Demers, and didn't get good wood on it. Didn't break his stick.
No, he
just healed it.
Yeah, he thought he might have. Got to get over there and help. He can't be drifting away. I don't know why Marty Havlat's drifting away there.
Havlat now works it out of the corner to Braun. Braun, Havlat, tipped, and wide as Hertl back to Havlat. Now Hertl out of the corner with Havlat. Wingels out to the point, but it bounces past Justin Braun. 40 to go on the power play. Coming up on 1 minute left here in this opening period. Couture for Marleau, tips it to the net, and Crawford made the save. Kept alive, Pavelski, back to Marleau. At the point, Boyle. Couture, quick shot, in front, drops to a Blackhawk, Taves, and he'll slide it down. Last go at it here for the Sharks. with just a few seconds left on the power play. Trouble through the middle. Boyle will lay it into the corner as Bollig comes out of the box. Now the Hawks clear. This will be icing against Chicago. 21.7 left here in the first period.
Joel Quenneville. 2 Stanley Cups to his credit. Jamie Compton, Mike Kitchen also on that coaching staff. There's Mike Kitchen, long-time assistant coach, coached with Joel in St. Louis and now with him with the Blackhawk organization. Very, very smart hockey guy.
They'll redo it off the face-off. Pavelski against Kruger. Pavelski gets it to McCarthy, but his shot is jammed, knocked away by Crawford. Vlasic at the point, and he has it blocked by Saad, or check it.
Nice recovery.
Big hit by Kruger on the far side. Sharks at center. Reaching out for it is Bollig. He'll lift it ahead, and that's going to do it here for the first period in Chicago. So the Blackhawks try to bounce back off a 7-2 loss last night in Nashville. Get the game's only goal from rookie Brandon Pirri. And that's it for the first period here in Chicago. At the end of one, it's the Blackhawks 1, the Sharks nothing. Stick around. We'll check in with Brody Brazil and Brett Hennigan back in the Sportsnet Central studios. And then Drew will be back here to talk to...
Is brought to you by Grinds Coffee Pouches, the healthy alternative to tobacco, and Energy Pouch now for professional hockey. Visit GetGrinds.com today.
Back here in Chicago as we get ready for the second period. I want to remind you, with Thanksgiving just around the corner, you can help those in need this holiday season. The Sharks Foundation will host a collection drive at home games coming up this Thursday against Tampa, and then again on Saturday the 23rd. They'll be gathering non-perishable food and monetary donations to benefit Second Harvest Food Bank, and every donation will earn Sharks fans raffle tickets to win great memorabilia. So don't forget to bring your donations starting on Thursday when the Sharks are back at home finally.
Second Harvest is great. With the Sharks and Second Harvest have been partners for a long time. Good stuff in the community.
Do a lot of great things and servicing those in need in Santa Clara County and beyond. A look down the Sharks bench. A couple of fans representing the Teal here at the sold-out United Center tonight. 21,434 the announced attendance tonight.
The resurrection of this team has been nothing short of amazing to watch.
For so many years we would come even into this building, and some nights, I'm going to guess, 6,000 to 7,000 people.
The upper levels were vacant.
Just no buzz whatsoever. There's actually a number of empty seats tonight, but I'm guessing some of that has to do with what happened with the Bears game today, because many Chicagoans who patronize the pro teams like to do the double on Sundays, go to the Bears game at Soldier Field, and then hit the UC for the Hawks game. But with the 6 o'clock hockey start and then the 2-hour delay at the Bears game, I think some people got stranded.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Second period underway. The Sharks have their work cut out for them. When they lead at the end of the first period this year, Chicago is 6-0. They've been able to carry that through to a victory on each and every occasion. Here's Logan Couture, who hit a post in the first period. Unfortunately, nothing new for him on this road trip. Hit a couple the other night in Edmonton. Taves tries to get it to the front of the net, but it goes directly to Niemi. And now Joe Pavelski in transition back the other way. This will be played by Crawford, but right back to Pavelski. And around to Kennedy. He couldn't settle it on the boards. Comes back to try and get it off Kane. And Kane will work it over to Nick Leddy. McCarthy angling across, and Niemi's out of his crease to help out his defense. Trouble with the puck there for Dan Boyle, but Vlasic now moves it up for McCarthy. He'll reverse it up the boards, and it's intercepted again by Chicago. The goal scorer, Brandon Pirri, working at this side now for the veteran Roosevelt. Kane delays, gives it to Versteeg. That comes off a skate and back into the corner. Taken by Thornton, across for Boyle. That's right into the feed, Pirri. Sharks regroup. And now Thornton over the Hawk line. And fired right back out again. Out of play.
Penalty coming up to Chicago Blackhawks. Play behind the play. And I'm not sure what it is. I was watching the puck was. I didn't hear that, sorry.
No, I didn't either. Referee
too many men?
Graham Skillister.
Too many men. That's what I'm going with. I think you're right on it, guys, in the truck. I think, boys, I think you're on it.
So the Sharks will get an opportunity here to get it even.
Yep, you're on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice pickup, guys. Good job. There it is. Too many men on the ice for the Chicago Blackhawks, so the Sharks back on the power play.
So it's Brookbank serving the team minor penalty for too many men at 1:44. Here to start the second period. The Sharks came up empty on their first power play go-round. They'll try and execute a little better here against this oddly ineffective penalty kill group for the Blackhawks. What do you own that up to? 29th out of 30.
I don't. That's why I'm up here with you, I guess, is the fact that I don't know sometimes what's going on the ice and with teams. I don't know what it is as far as, you know, obviously you talked about the goaltending, the numbers not being great. That could be one of the aspects of it. You really rely on your goalie on penalty kill situations. But as far as this team, they're too talented to have those numbers.
Patrick Marleau takes a shot that's blocked by Hjalmarsson. And now Smith will lug it back out for Chicago. And he's attacking now as he had Kruger going to the net, but it's blocked. Sharks come back up the ice with 4 skaters to the Hawks, 2 defenders, but Pavelski's pass doesn't get there.
Hjalmarsson played that really well, or else there was going to be some big-time problems for the Hawks.
Now the Sharks get it back as Boyle works from the high slot to Couture. Logan at the goal line. Marleau can't take it cleanly.
He tried to shovel it to Joe Thornton, just a little one-toucher. Didn't work out.
Chicago shorthanded. The pass intended for Taves went through to the net, and the Emmy stopped it. Marleau back on it, and now Boyle. Just over a minute left on this power play. Marleau gains entry, sends it in, but they call it offside.
Well, that's a pretty good penalty kill right there. Starts off with a nice block shot by Hjalmarsson. And as we look at the penalty killing, at home, 66.7%. Those numbers are just horrible, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a coach, you're looking at that wondering, what am I doing wrong?
And yet, at home, despite that, they're 8-1-3.
Yeah. And usually those power plays mean the difference between winning and losing, but with the Hawks, I guess not.
Well, when you're able to outscore the opponent even when they have a night where they get 3 or 4, that makes the difference. And Chicago certainly has the weapons to do that. Not last night, though. Not when you give up 7.
That was ugly.
Demers shot, and it went underneath Crawford's glove wide. Wingels and Braun able to keep it in. Now Wingels reverses it for Braun again. Demers, one-timer, and a stick save by Crawford.
I don't think Crawford saw it. Tomas Hertl was in front. I think Crawford just had the pads down at the right position.
This is Hertl. Havlat down for Tomas Hertl. Through to Joe Thornton at the goal line. Bumps it over to Hertl. Hertl leaves it for Thornton. Back for Hertl on the board. Drawn to Hertl up high. And his pass hit a Blackhawk stick, and they come out. And Saad is able to clear it. And now Shaw dumps it in. That is it for the Sharks power play.
That was well played up high by the Chicago Blackhawks. Sharks tried to run a little bit where they're going to try to get to the middle and then push it back to Tomas Hertl, but the Blackhawks played it very well.
Still 1-0 on the goal in the first by Peary. Nick Leddy back defensively in his end for the Hawks. Sharp wheels it to center. Stewart dumps it right back in. Sharks on a 3-game win streak. The road trip started with a loss in Winnipeg, but then the Sharks started to figure it out. Now Taves for Chicago. Puts it on net in the crease. Niemi covers it up before Kane can do any damage. Get your tickets to the Sharks' upcoming homestand now. They'll take on the Tampa Bay Lightning on Thursday night, and then the New Jersey Devils are in on Saturday. Get your tickets at sjsharks.com/tickets. It will be in all a 5-game homestand. After Jersey Saturday. After that, we'll get LA, St. Louis, and Anaheim. Those are 3 of the cream of the crop in the league.
in 3 straight home games. Going to be some great action here in November. Dan Boyle on the wing. It's Kennedy. His pass off a skate. McCarthy works it back for Kennedy in the corner. Boyle, a slap shot that deflects wide and away to the corner. Kennedy off his stick and back into the San Jose zone where Vlasic's on it. Boyle quickly back across for Kennedy on the re-entry. Sharks change on the fly. Pass intended for Marleau, but it was broken up. Now Braun, who had a terrific night in Edmonton, played over 23 minutes. He's the Sharks' average ice time leader right now. A hair over 22 minutes a night. Taves for Leddy. No play on it for Niemi as Taves goes after it again deep in the Shark zone. Plays it out to the wing. A pass across the goal mouth broken up.
Good job by James Shepard. Then he jumps on that loose puck. Bounces the pass though.
Nice defensive play by the Blackhawks there. Duncan Keith knocking it away. Sharks regroup in their own zone. And Shepard hands it off at center to Stewart. Brad Stewart puts one on net. Crawford to save. Marleau wants Shepard rather. Keith got in the way. Thornton to the line, and it's intercepted by Sharp. Patrick Sharp. Here's Smith. Takes it to the net. It bounces out front. And now back to Demers for the Sharks. He'll get it around for Hannon. Waiting for that puck to get flat. Thornton comes to center. Wingels picks it up in the corner. He's ridden off the puck by Hjalmarsson. Now Thornton around for Boyle on the right side. Thornton can't catch the pass. Needs help on this side. And it's Hannon getting there in time. Now Thornton looks out front. Man on. Here's a pass up the middle. Wingels got to it, but on his backhand. Smith turns from pressure, plays it up ice for Kruger and back out. 12-11 now, the shots in favor of Chicago. They lead at 1-0 on the Brandon Pirri first period goal. Hjalmarsson. Now Shaw tees it up, and that's blocked by Vlasic. That stung. Nieto trying to get it away for a chance up at center. Now it is Boyle. That's blocked by Leddy. And he'll shovel it across to Roosevelt. You got to think that the Hawks were stressing sound defensive play tonight, and they've been doing that so far against the Sharks. Here's his shot. Niemi able to see it, save it off Roosevelt. Kept in the zone for the moment. As Leddy gets it back down for Brian Bickle. Bickle trying to find a seam for Shaw. Now Brian Bickle again. That's off a Shark stick and up into the screen and out of play. We'll be back at the United Center in Chicago. Ended their long Stanley Cup drought, and number 31 in Blackhawk colors, Antti Niemi, the winning netminder as the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup over the Philadelphia Flyers. Of course, Niemi was already a Shark by the time he got his Stanley Cup ring. That was his playoff run.
The next season, obviously, comes the San Jose Sharks, and that happens to be the last time the Sharks pulled out 2 points out of the United Center against the Blackhawks. Antti Niemi in net, December 30th, 2010. Thank you, Uncle Darren Stevens.
Niemi undrafted, originally signed by the Blackhawks as a free agent out of Finland. Kane with a shot for Chicago. That's blocked. He'll chase down the corner. Gets a rough ride from Brad Stewart. But Kane ends up with the puck now on this side of the ice. Michael Roosevelt. Braun works it for Kennedy, but he's got 2 Blackhawks on him. And it's deep back again for Braun. Now taken by Versteeg. Looking for Pirri behind the net. Braun bumps it ahead for Kennedy. Kennedy now to his left for Pavelski. Joe Pavelski a shot, and they score! Crawford knocked it down with his glove, but it had enough momentum to go in, and Joe Pavelski ties the game.
Okay, believe me when I tell you, I was going to say to you, you know what, I think they need to shoot more. I really was. I'm not kidding you. And Joe Pavelski comes in and just shoots the puck, and Crawford can't handle it. You talked about it at the start of the game. You talked about the open with Brody Brazil and Brett Henneken. that one of the things you would think you would do against a goaltender that had a tough night, and a team that had a tough night, get as many pucks on as you can, and both Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook come by, tap Corey Crawford on the pads, and Joe Pavelski with the shot. The Sharks are right back in this.
So the big Pavelski gets one back. It's his 8th goal of the year at 8:16 of this second period, and the Sharks are on the board. Crawford has been looking good tonight. Strong first period. Here's a chance for Couture, but he couldn't get the shot on goal. Now back out front. Marleau was there. Hannon trying to get it around through traffic for Couture. Logan with it now, but on a hand pass from Marleau, so they blow it down. Last night in Nashville, Crawford, as we said, had to come in for Nikolai Khabibulin, who went out about 5 minutes into the game after giving up 2 goals with a lower body injury, and then he gave up 5 goals on 22 shots. Tough night for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why he said, shoot the puck, shoot the puck. There is some skepticism right now in the truck, Randy's thinking that I'm not telling the truth when I said I think they should start shooting more. I said I was going to say that. There's some skepticism downstairs.
How convenient that you said it right after the Sharks scored. Kennedy and Braun get the assists on the goal by Pavelski at 8:16 to tie it here in Chicago. This is Wingles, and we can now correctly say from Wilmette, Illinois.
Wilmette, Illinois.
Suburban Chicago, part of what they affectionately refer to here as Chicagoland.
Let's break out.
Classic. In for Wingles, and Crawford hands it off. Pressure for Hjalmarsson, but he got it away to Shaw. Andrew Shaw, good attack here, but he's kept to the outside by Braun. Now the pass comes back, and Bickle couldn't handle it. Thornton just wants to get it cleared. He does, and Roosevelt plays it across for Nick Leddy. We are coming up on the halfway point of this game here at the United Center. All tied up. Shaw takes a hit from Thornton, gets it away to Bickle. Now at the point, they go D to D, but it came out of the zone. That was thanks to some pressure up top by Wingles. Now good pressure by Thornton. Sharks with an attack. Havlat for Nieto, and he can't get the shot away. Havlat again trying to wrap it around, and that's denied by Leddy. Bickle for Brookbank. That hits the linesman, helps the Sharks out. Desjardins on to Havlat, trying to get around Roosevelt. No doing. Here's Versteeg. Drop pass, shot saved by Niemi. Versteeg quickly out of his glove, sends it back to the point for Oduya to Hjalmarsson. Pace picking up here a little bit in the second period after that Sharks goal.
Certainly has.
Desjardins for Nieto. And he tried to get it across for Havlat, but it's intercepted.
Not a great change.
Here's Kane. Sharks hustling back defensively. Kane a little slow to recognize the bad change. Now a chance. A shot block. And turning at the right time is Kennedy. He'll push it ahead of Hjalmarsson. And Hjalmarsson does the best he can to keep Kennedy away from that puck without getting a penalty. Now Hjalmarsson leaning on Pavelski. Kennedy to the net. That pinball's around. Kennedy again with McCarthy.
McCarthy just missed that rebound.
Now Kennedy looking for an open teammate. The time he took allowed Versteeg to interfere with things. Pavelski from a knee, a reverse pass. Hjalmarsson intercepts. And now Taves up for Kane at the San Jose line. Jonathan Taves into Sharks territory against Vlasic. 2 possible Team Canada teammates in February at the Olympics. Vlasic and Taves. There's a shot saved by Niemi. Rebound comes out front. Kane tries to put it right back at the net. Can't. And the Sharks caught a break there. Seabrook back for it for Chicago. A long pass for Sharp. Right back to Keith. Now Saad for Kruger. Kruger, far side, they score! The Blackhawks with some pretty playmaking in the Shark zone, and it's 2-1.
That was a very pretty goal. Nice stop up. And then Patrick Sharp just slides off into an area that's uncontested. That's a quiet zone area, but it's also a goal-scoring area. Terrific shot by Patrick Sharp. Nice little stop up by Kruger to feed him. That was a very pretty goal, and that's a skill goal. The skill to create that space on the stop up and delay, and the skill by Patrick Sharp to snap that puck like he did.
6th goal of the year for Sharp. What a pass from Kruger.
Yeah, it really was.
12:08, time of the goal. So back and forth we go. Chicago again with the lead. This is Tommy Wingels, and he gives it away. Kruger winds up, and he shot it just wide. Now behind the net, Braun cutting in front of Bolig. He's got company back there. The puck at the side of the net. Niemi guarding it with his stick down on the ice. And a Hurdle able to just get it out.
You need to start skating. I think the entire team, though, you got to start moving your feet up ice when you get the puck. Sharks right now are just kind of flipping it out of this. Oh, I'm not sure what that was going.
Here's Brookbank. More trouble for the Sharks coming out of their end. Now Shaw for Bickle. He's rubbed out by Stewart. They battle for the puck. Bickle kicks it ahead for Shaw. Desjardins will get to it and punch it out of the zone. The assists on the Sharp goal to Kruger, who made the nice play, and Brandon Saad at 12:08 as we have a stoppage in play. Patrick Sharp puts Chicago back in the lead, 2-1.
Nice little play right here, and then getting the puck deep, but it's pretty well played by the Sharks. It's just a highly skilled play by the Blackhawks. Go ahead and roll it, gang. Little chip in, great support coming behind, but it's all settled out until Kruger makes that little cutback move. Like, Justin Braun's actually defending okay, but just the way the Blackhawks played it. You look at the way the Blackhawks played it with the quick up, the little stop back, and then Patrick Sharp with that highly skilled finish. I can't look at the Sharks and say they played that awful.
Sharp now with points in 5 of his last 6 games. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Sharks will head back to the Bay Area right after this game. They catch a bit of a break because of an earlier start time, 6 o'clock Central Time here. So it won't be too ridiculously late when they get back to the Bay Area, as opposed to the other night after the game in Edmonton. Here's a 2-on-1 now for the Hawks, but the Sharks get back, and Kane, one move too many there. Sharks got to their hotel here in Chicago after the Edmonton game at 6 a.m.
So guys that they didn't even bother going to bed. They just went down for breakfast.
Yep. The training staff.
Some of the players, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's a pass to the front of the net by Versteeg, trying to get it through to Perry.
Good back check by Patrick Marleau.
Now Marleau to the Hawk line, and he whips a shot high. No hesitation, though, to shoot after what he saw happen to Pavelski when he shot. Here's Sharp, puts on the brakes, gets it to the open Brent Seabrook. Weak shot handled by Niemi. Taves throws it up the boards for Keith Couture there, and Logan will slide it clear. And this will go all the way down for icing against the Sharks.
The Sharks, after they scored, they haven't been able to mount much. The Blackhawks, the game did pick up and the pace went back and forth, and the Blackhawks are really taking over on puck control and just smart, getting the puck deep.
Logan Couture coming into this game, 18 shots over the last 3 games. As he is just trying to get himself going in the right direction from a goal-scoring standpoint. He's been hitting a lot of posts, and of course those don't even count as shots on goal.
The best player on the ice in Edmonton was Logan Couture.
Here's Keith with the drive, and it's wide.
Guy after that was Justin Braun. They didn't figure in the scoring.
Or the 3 stars. There's a shot by Sharp. Far side, back for Taves. And played up to this side now as Marleau comes to center, and he'll get it in for the Sharks. They're being outshot 17-13, the Sharks are. Thornton has to hold it for a bit. Nobody at the point. Sharks are also on a change. Dangerous area there. As far as putting too many men on the ice, perhaps, but it didn't happen.
Chicago almost did again.
This is Braun. Quickly up for Hurdle and into the zone.
They have not been able to get any forecheck going, really, the Sharks. In that second period, even though the Sharks have scored, now it's starting to go back to Chicago's way.
Braun's pass broken up by Bolick. Now Hurdle after it. He's got it on his backhand. Forced to the boards by Seabrook. Braun shot high. Back to Stewart. He missed by a wide amount. Now Braun again. And that's into the skates of Oduya. Thornton behind the net, but it was just a little too hard for him to get there. Out to the boards against Seabrook. He'll send it back around for Oduya. Bolick flicks it cross ice. Nobody there for Chicago, so Stewart comes across to play it back in. Now Havlat, a misplay there, and Bickle will come back the other way. Demers trouble. Bickle right there. Now Hannon has to hustle with Shaw coming at him. Shaw finishes his check. Blackhawks get it back. Nieto, though, able to reach it, but then a good stick by Shaw. Desjardins, that's out of the reach of Hannon. Nick Leddy. Desjardins will get another opportunity, and he can't get it up the ice. Excellent forecheck by Chicago. Havlat now turns in front of the San Jose net. He'll send it to center, and the Sharks at least get it out. Under 3 to go here in the second period. A goal by Patrick Sharp here in the second has Chicago back in the lead. Roosevelt. Peary with a drive, and that went wide. Comes all the way back into the Chicago end of the ice. Pavelski blocked the first exit attempt. Second one kept in by Vlasic, but not for long. And the Hawks turn it back over. Pavelski there to steal it, but they go offside. Kennedy on the left wing.
I don't think so.
We'll be back. Jonathan Toews, the Hawks captain, drafted 3rd overall back in 2006. This is his first NHL goal against the San Jose Sharks as he cuts in front of Matt Carl and puts it in over the glove of Yevgeny Nabokov.
Not too shabby of a first goal for a young man who's gone on to superstardom in the National Hockey League.
6 straight seasons of 20 or more goals, Olympic gold, Conn Smythe as playoff MVP, 2 cups, and on for the Winnipeg native, who is still only 25.
Captain Serious, they call him here in Chicago. He approaches his game with total professionalism. He's very serious about his craft, getting better and better, and he prepares like nobody else. There's not many ha-has with Jonathan Toews until he wins it all.
He will be on Team Canada. Safe to say?
I'm gonna go with all of your paycheck, Randy, that he's on Team Canada.
Second on his team right now in scoring with 18 points. Looks like with 9 goals already. A 20-goal season for him is pretty much in the bank, too. That'll make it 7 in a row. And, by the way, he's also their best face-off man.
He is just a great player.
Here is Toews for Brandon Saad. Seabrook to Toews. He'll take it to the net. It bounces off a Shark to Couture. He tried to clear it, hit the ref.
They wear pads. Don't worry about it, folks. It'll be okay.
Shepard lifts one ahead, but it was gloved down by Seabrook. Under 2 minutes left in this second period. The only goals of this period by Pavelski to tie it, and then by Sharp to give the Hawks back the lead. As Boyle plays it to the San Jose net, chipped ahead by Shepard. Sharks on a line change here, and Shepard wasn't able to get off on his own dump in. Smith a shot. That jams wide. Miami came out to try and play it, but couldn't. Joe Thornton. He has to go back toward the net for Vlasic. As the Chicago forecheck has been very good in this period.
Stayed above the San Jose Sharks, all 5 guys back or 4 guys back, and it's very hard to get through, get through the neutral zone, get to the neutral zone.
Thornton. Now back up top. Braun gives it to Stewart. His shot gets through to the net, juggled by Crawford, and the rebound cleared back up. And Ben Smith will send it in.
Tommy Wingels knocked that rebound out of the air, but he unfortunately knocked it to a Blackhawk.
Braun for Pavelski, a little behind him. Now he's got it. Goes across for Tomas Hertl. And Hertl can't get to it in time. We'll have a sharpshooter segment coming up in our second intermission. Kind of review the Sharks at the quarter pole. This is game number 21. of the 82-game season. Basically a quarter of the way through. Kennedy denied a path to the net by Leddy. Now the puck off his stick to Patrick Kane. Kane trying to move by Hannon. Well defended by Scott Hannon to Braun. Braun just got hammered behind the net by Bickle. Play goes on. Now Bickle with the puck. All the way out to the line. Roosevelt. A short pass ahead. Time running down. Bickle trying to get it to the net. And that'll be it for the second period. So the Sharks are able to tie on a Pavelski goal. But then Patrick Sharp, one of the best in the business, puts it in past Niemi for his 6th. And at the end of 2 periods, it's the Blackhawks 2 and the Sharks 1. We'll check in with Brody Brazil and Brett Henneke next in the Sportsnet Central Studios. And as promised, a special quarter pole sharpshooters from Chicago. Back for the start of the third period. The Sharks down by a goal, and down to the ice we go. Assistant coach Jim Johnson. Jim, just 5 shots on goal in that second period. What does the group need to do to have more chances?
Well, we need to spend our energy in the offensive zone, but that's making good decisions coming through the neutral zone with the puck and making sure that when we do get our shifts and we're out there for that 45, 50 seconds, that we spend our energy down in the offensive zone creating chances, but that starts with taking care of the puck, coming out a little bit cleaner. But my whole thing is making sure we can make their defensemen turn, and we make their defensemen turn, we'll be able to spend a little bit more time there, generate some more shots.
That pretty much sums up everything. I just want to say you're looking sharp today, Jimmy.
Hey, best tie I've got all year.
Thanks, Jim.
You.
I'm going to guess that was a gift from you.
That was a little gift from his favorite color commentator.
Jim Johnson, Larry Robinson, the entire coaching staff doing such a great job through the first quarter of this season. Jay Woodcroft, Brett Heimlich, who works the video behind the scenes, and of course Todd McClellan, the head coach. You know, we're so super hypercritical.
Yeah.
You want every game to be perfect, every period to be great. That's not the way this game goes. It's a game full of mistakes and missed opportunities. But the Sharks 1 point out of first overall. St. Louis lost tonight in Washington 4-1. So the Sharks with 2 regulation losses, first in the league in that department.
And this coaching staff, we are so spoiled, as you know, Randy. We've got such great access to this coaching staff, but they are so good at what they do. They operate at such a high level, how quickly they process information, how they disseminate it to the team. This is an outstanding staff.
Here's Marlowe with a chance. Into Boyle, and he couldn't get the shot away. Up the middle, off the stick of Shepard. That was Shepard with the chance, and now it comes back to the wing for Boyle, and his shot goes high and wide.
Oh, if Dan could have handled that cleanly, it was a tie game.
Here's Boyle now, takes it from Vlasic, goes back across the ice. 2-1 Chicago. A far cry for them defensively from last night when they gave up 7 in Nashville. Here's Kruger, who made that nice pass to Sharp for the go-ahead goal in the second. Thornton with Wingles and Hurdle. Wingles paid the price. Puck stays into Demers. Now Thornton tried to get it out front. A good stick there by Oduya. Caused it to go to Brandon Bullock, and he will send it into the Shark zone. Niemi. Pavelski able to turn and take it in stride. Works his way to center ice. Now to the Chicago line. Pass across. Kennedy pulls the trigger, and it deflected wide off Duncan Keith. Intercepted by Fury. And now tossed into the Shark zone by Chris Versteeg. That must have been like Christmas coming early from him when he got the phone call from Dale Talon that he was going back to Chicago.
Things are not going well in Florida.
Patrick Kane and his backhander had something on it, but it was wide. Up for Pavelski at the end of his shift. And Seabrook will get it back away. Braun, tracked by Bickle, turns away to Havlat on this side. Nice pass into Nieto, and he sends it to the middle out of the reach of Desjardins. Bickle again, couldn't advance it. Havlat. Now Desjardins will shoot it wide. Nieto back for Marty Havlat in the corner. And this will come out of play over the near side glass.
Right off the start, the Sharks in the first shift of the third period, they get a dynamite chance. Good work by James Shepard, finds Dan Boyle creeping in, and the puck just jumps over his stick, or Dan's got a dynamite scoring opportunity.
And you know what?
Mr. Perfect right there,
Yeah.
shaking his head. He seeks perfection, and as Larry Robinson giving a pat in the back, and Dan's one of those guys that the reason he's been so successful in his career because he pushes himself so hard and expects so much of himself, but every once in a while you're allowed to give yourself a break.
Now Couture. Shepard back out in front, and it was intercepted. Now the Sharks do some good work to get it back. In front it drops for Shepard. He'll swing it to the net. McCarthy had it come off his stick. Now Couture. Leddy pokes it away to the corner. Roosevelt. Headman sits at Taves. Good back check there by Shepard.
Yep.
Got it away from Jonathan Taves. Couture. Checked by Roosevelt. Hawks get it back again. Oduya. Far side Taves. In front and wide by Sharp.
Get partially blocked by Vlasic there.
Taves now delays, shoots at the side, he scores. Jonathan Taves makes it 3-1.
Dynamite opportunity first off. Taves just jumps on it and then gets his own rebound. Before that, Patrick Sharp. But Taves just fights for the puck. Good lesson for you. You're a young hockey player out there. Don't admire your shot. Look for that puck. Get a shot. Go to the net if you can to try to find your own rebound. And a nice play by Jonathan Taves.
3:39, time of the goal, so the Blackhawks open up their biggest lead of the game so far on Taves' 10th goal of the year. Now can the Sharks respond and stay in a close game? A wrist shot by Vlasic just wide. Thornton had trouble handling it on the near boards, and it's back out to Boyle at center ice. Vlasic handcuffed Boyle a bit with that pass back. Sharks change up ice. Pavelski's line comes on as Boyle weaves his way through the middle. On to Joe Pavelski, and he fans, gets it in front, and Crawford makes the save off Kennedy.
Just keep it frozen for a minute, guys. Tommy Wingels is down low, and he's got a handle coming to net. He's going to get picked off as the play comes over here, and he's not going to be able to get out and get Kane. I think the Sharks have to collapse here when the trouble gets to the net. Go ahead and roll. So Tommy's got his guy. Now he cuts back. Now he's got his man. Now you've got Justin Braun. He turns. He gets spun around, and I think what has to happen is Justin Braun's got to play that a little bit better. But he gets spun around, and everything else from the forwards position, they got to get back and collapse when there's trouble in the net.
Patrick Kane lifting one up to the San Jose line. That's taken back by Pavelski, who drives it in. Shot by Kennedy, and it's blocked by Seabrook. Kane checked by Pavelski. Sharks really need some urgency in their attack now. 15:20 to go in the third, and they're down by 2. Smith and Sharp got the assists on the Taves goal at 3:39. Taves 10th of the year. Kennedy wants Marlowe, but it comes back to the point. Duncan Keith's shot stopped by Niemi. Now Pavelski, and he couldn't reach Marlowe with that one. Intercepted. Peary back for Kane, and a good stick by Marlowe.
Yep, nice stick.
But the Sharks do not come out of the zone cleanly.
And like Jim Johnson said, they're not able to get through the clean, and they're not able then to mount an attack, get the defense for the Blackhawks to turn. All the things that lead to a productive offensive session is now just a matter of just getting the puck out.
Now they get him to turn as it comes deep into the corner. Roosevelt, he's pushed off the puck by Nieto. Matt Nieto can't get it to the point. Intercepted by Bickle. And Leddy will send it in. Leddy Down the boards, Kruger, or check it, Shaw. Poke check by Braun. Now back to Leddy again. Steered back of the net. Brookbank, and that took a bounce just wide of the net. Here's Leddy. Let's go. Blocked in front. Might have hit Shaw. And the Sharks send it down. Brandon Saad pushed off the puck. McCarthy comes into the Hawk zone. Puts on the brakes. Rister. And that's saved by Crawford. Jonathan Toews, 10th of the year, and Chicago leads by 2. Period. Stay connected to the Sharks 24/7 with sjsharks.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and the Sharks Text Club. To learn more, visit sjsharks.com/connect. Sharks down by 2 here in the third period at the United Center in Chicago. Blackhawks trying to bounce back off a 7-2 loss in Nashville last night. And what made that even more surprising, it was Nashville's first game back off a 7-game road trip. And usually that first game back is a tough one to get your legs and get your bearings. And not only did Nashville win, they really fed it to the Blackhawks. Here's Leddy to Sharp. He'll hand it off on the wing. Roosevelt. Checked by Couture. Gets it to the front of the net. McCarthy's there. Now John McCarthy will try and get it in. And does pass Roosevelt. And now he peels off on a change. Credit the Blackhawks. They have prevented the Sharks from really establishing any offensive rhythm in this game, where a few shifts in a row the Sharks come on. Here's Hurdle, and it's off his stick as he was looking to maybe pass to Wingels. Just waited a little bit too long.
Which the one thing that Tomas needs to do in those situations, just think shoot first. And it's young guys who want to hold on to it, right? Look for a real pretty play.
There's a shot. Niemi made the save. Rebound behind the net. Kruger back to Bolig off his stick, and Hurdle now to center. Off his stick by Kruger. Good back check. Now Hurdle digs back in. Gets it away, but Hjalmarsson has it for Chicago. And you would think after the 5-shot second period that obviously they talked about getting more shots on net, yet the Sharks haven't yet been able to deliver as Versteeg screams one high. Pavelski pulls up. Gives it to Marleau. His backhand pass blocked. Now another attempt. Bounces through to Stewart. Kennedy can't reach it. Seabrook will. And he'll send it in. 22-17, the shots in favor of Chicago. Sharks with 3 shots on goal through, 8 minutes plus in this period. Seabrook. Now Peary. And around to Kane. Brian Bickle. Keith to Bickle. And he'll slam it around. And it comes all the way out of the zone back to Seabrook. Sharks will be back here in Chicago before we see the Blackhawks in San Jose. Next meeting between these teams here at the United Center, January 5th. The Hawks will be in San Jose for their one and only visit February 1st for the Olympic break. Nowhere to go for Desjardins at center. Now turning back is Nieto, and it's shot in by Vlasic. The Hawks protecting their lead here on home ice. We talked about it when they lead after 1. They're unbeaten this year at 6-0. McCarthy gets a step on Leddy, but Leddy recovers, gets the long reach on the puck, and Toews will clear it between the Sharks' defense. Not many penalties in this game, and probably a good thing for Chicago, and they've been very disciplined so far this year with that kind of home penalty killing. You've got to stay out of the box, and they have.
One of the things that the Chicago Blackhawks also have done very well, partner, is their back pressure. They've taken away, as you talked about, all the time and space. So look at the back pressure, and that allows the defense to stand up in the neutral zone, so they squeeze you off. You don't have anywhere to go. But bang, here's the play. Roll up, back pressure, look at the gap. Outstanding gap by the Chicago Blackhawks, so your speed gets taken away, all time and space.
Thornton can't get to that pass from Wingles behind the net. Leddy flips it in the direction of Demers. He falls. Here's Sharp. Shot saved by Niemi.
Boy, good patience by Antti Niemi there. He didn't cheat over to maybe the pass.
Sharks come back. Hurdle winds up and shoots it up into the screen behind Crawford. We'll be back in Chicago. Winning the Stanley Cup and the Norris Trophy for Best Defenseman in the same season, post-expansion, post-67. Keith did it in 2010. Not only did he do that, he won the Olympic gold medal that year, the only player to ever do it. And Larry Robinson, part of that double club, when he won the Norris and the Cup back in 77, he couldn't have won the Olympics because that wasn't an Olympic year, and the pros weren't in the Olympics back then. Well, the Russians were.
The Russians were. You just continue. Look at all the great things defensemen have done across the league, and we name all the people out there, and Al Robinson's name continues to make the list.
Sharks trying to dig in here and find some energy in this final game of a 5-game in 8-day road trip, and come back here in the third period against the defending Stanley Cup champions. Oduya, that skips past Peary, and now Braun with it. He'll lift it up the boards, and now ends up with it himself. Braun to center, hands it off for Kennedy. Tyler Kennedy's shot, and Crawford, he dropped that, got a quick whistle though, and now the Hawks all surround Justin Braun. He's not supposed to try and get a loose puck?
No, so drop the puck. Drop the puck right in front of the guy. You're supposed to slap at it. That's what you're supposed to do. Again, it's go in. There it is. Puck drop. Bang. And you can punch guys apparently now in the National Hockey League in front of the net.
And there's no penalty.
There's no penalty. It's ridiculous. There's Johnny Oduya going to the bench. I say this often, I know when we play the Chicago Blackhawks, but Johnny Oduya's brother, Freddie, was a San Jose Shark. Also had the pleasure of coaching Freddie, his older brother, in Kansas City with the Sharks' top affiliate, the Kansas City Blades, way back when.
Originally from Sweden?
Yeah. Freddie was a great guy, man. Tough as nails, too. Guy you take on your team any day.
Vlasic. And a loose puck, and it trickles wide of the open net.
Matty Nieto could just not get his stick loose.
Kane back at center as the Sharks come that close to getting to within one. Sharks trying to come through the neutral zone. Havlat swings it wide. Desjardins will jam it in. Under 9 minutes left in the third. Desjardins at the right point. McCarthy. Havlat in pursuit. Now Havlat pushed away by Crawford. Desjardins looking for help. Havlat there. Now Desjardins gets it to the net. A backhander caught and held by Crawford.
Very close for the Sharks off the face-off. Andrew Desjardins wins it back. Hard shot. You see Matty Nieto trying to get his stick free. Could not do it. Good work by Nieto. Leddy's there, Shaw's there, and Nieto tries to swing to get his stick loose, but couldn't do it. Still more pushing and shoving after, I guess, can't get too close to Corey Crawford. I guess that's the Chicago Blackhawks rule.
Nieto, 2 goals, 6 assists, or 6 points so far in this his rookie season for the Sharks.
Andrew Desjardins and Andrew Shaw are having a few words as the Sharks are heading back to the bench. And you know what? Matty Nieto has been absolutely terrific. They love the fact that this kid plays with speed all the time. He's fearless. He gets into the middle of things like you saw in that chance. And he's a smart player, too.
I've got to think this is the point for a rookie player. Nieto, no exception, where the grind of the schedule in the NHL really becomes apparent to you.
Yeah, all of a sudden you'll go, what do you mean we got 61 games left?
Well, and every night you're playing against the best players in the world. It's the grind, always against the best. Not that way in college, not that way in the American League.
Todd McClellan said, the Western Conference especially, it is an everyday conference.
At the side of the Hawk net. No chance there for Wingles, despite his best efforts. Taves comes back the other way for Chicago with Brandon Saad. Saad trying to dangle Hurdle. He got around him. Plays it to the middle right to Joe Thornton.
And there's a play right there as a young man Tomas Hurdle has to get better at. You can't give anybody that much space in your own zone. You got to get on him right away. You identified, you got to be on him right away in your own zone and stick right there. You can't give him a stick length because in this league, that stick length is enough space for your opponent to get free.
Icing called there against the Sharks. Justin Braun leading the Sharks in plus minus. He's a plus 13 going into tonight. That was second among all NHL defensemen. The plus minus leader among defensemen, Francois Beauchemin of Anaheim, plus 17. Wow. What a year he's having. What a year they're having. They're the team a point better than the Sharks right now. Crawford around for Keith. Kruger. Smith for the Hawks. Brandon Bolage is killing some clock. Now the Sharks get it behind their net as Logan Couture comes up the near side to Marleau. He tried to back pass it up the boards, but it hit the linesman's skates. Bickle, and that misses high and goes out of play. Well, the Sharks coming home tonight, back to the Bay Area. A big 5-game homestand starts on Thursday against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Then Martin Brodeur and the New Jersey Devils in on Saturday. We'll have to wait and see if Ryan Clough is back in the Devils lineup for that one. He's been out. LA, a week from Wednesday, and then a back-to-back. The rare back-to-back at home the day after Thanksgiving, St. Louis, and then Anaheim. You talk about two tough home games back-to-back. Those are two.
Yeah. It was 3 games in 4 nights, or 3 games in 4 days, I should say, are going to be a stressful time for the coaching staff and the Sharks. Those are 3 terrific opponents. Mind you, the opponents might be thinking the same thing, right?
Yep.
Hey, boy, we got to go in and play the Sharks.
Bickle, and again, he misses high. Brookbank trying to settle it. Shepard chases out to the blue line. Braun sends it back into the Blackhawks zone, but they wave off icing. Sheldon Brookbank, a former Anaheim Duck.
Good Saskatchewan boy. Shelley. Good man.
Brookbank tying up Hoyle. Talk about a penalty-free game.
Wow.
We had 2 minors in the first, 1 in the second. That's it. Hawks are they're the second most disciplined team. You wouldn't think it.
No, because they're the reputation of the Chicago Blackhawks. Big bad Chicago Blackhawks, and you talk about some of the tough guys who played here. But this is a team that is team tough. They play between the whistles as hard as they can. They don't go for a lot of the extracurricular stuff.
Well, and when your penalty kill is struggling like theirs is, you have to play that way.
And the Sharks don't hide it. Sharks, you play hard as you can. All that other stuff, it's a waste of time, a waste of energy, and as you said, could waste your game away sitting in the penalty box.
Vlasic down Nieto to center for Desjardins. He'll backhand it deep as the Sharks get a line change. Joe Thornton's line comes on the ice. Each and every shift by the top players critical now as the Sharks try and mount a comeback. Thornton with the puck, and it's saved by Crawford. Joe back to the line. Demers a wrist shot. That's blocked. Drops for Duncan Keith. He tried to send in Kane on a breakaway. Demers intercepts, brings it into the zone, and then he shoots it off a skate. Hawks with a chance here to break in. Brandon Saad. And Niemi makes the save, but they score as Christopher Stieg puts it in the empty net, scoring in his first game back here as a Blackhawk.
How many second opportunities have the Blackhawks scored on? 3 by my count. That's just that extra second to recover. Scott Hannon loses his edge. Now he's standing in the crease. He tries to play goal, but it's the second opportunity. Good save by Niemi, but good puck recovery by Saad. Gets it back out front for Stieg, scores into the empty net. And it's that second opportunity to get after the puck, the quick recovery, and not being able to get back in time. And Versteeg is going to get a standing ovation.
Now a 3-goal Hawks lead. Marleau trying to split between two Hawks. To Pavelski from behind the net. And Pavelski can't make the pass as Brandon Saad chips it back into Sharks territory. Versteeg's third of the year. Gives you an idea of the struggles he was having with the Florida Panthers. Kane with the primary assist, and that'll give Kane 2 assists on the night. Sharp, and that's upstairs too high. Now Keith with a shot, and that's caught by Niemi. Chris Versteeg, and the Blackhawks lead at 4-1. Go, get you caught up on all the goals in this one. As Perry scored first for the Hawks, Joe Pavelski in the second period tied it up, but then 3 unanswered by Chicago. Still in the second, Patrick Sharp to go ahead. Then in the third, Jonathan Toews to make it a 2-goal lead. And then that one by Chris Versteeg to give Chicago now a 4-1 lead with 4:08 left to go in the third period. Corey Crawford faced 20 Shark shots and stopped 19 of them.
He's had a bounce-back performance. Now, 20 shots, not nearly enough, but Chicago's only got 26. Hasn't been a high-flowing offensive game. But the Blackhawks have been very good, especially in the neutral zone, not allowing the Sharks a lot of room. They pressured the puck well, both back pressure and keeping the gap. And now, if you're the Sharks, you got to fight this last 4 minutes. You got to fight that thought of, well, 3-1-1 on the road trip, not bad. You got to fight that thought of, well, we're going home finally. It's been a long trip. It's been a lot of miles. You got to fight that thought of, well, I wonder what they're serving on the plane. You've got to get focused here for the last 3 minutes and have a pushback.
Boyle for McCarthy. Shepard chasing it down. Sharks obviously still without Brent Burns, and no word on his possible return to the lineup. He was on the trip.
Yeah, especially when he came on the trip, you were really optimistic. You thought you might see him on this road trip. 5 games. And it was a close 5 games as far as they were closely put together in 8 days. But unfortunately, no Brent Burns, and that certainly is a change for the Sharks when he's in the lineup. A good change.
Burns still day-to-day as Stewart back into the corner against Smith for Chicago. The Blackhawks are about to go on the road. It's the annual circus trip. It's not the trip so much, but the circus comes into the United Center and occupies this building for a good 10 days, so the Hawks will be on a 7-game road trip of their own.
And that's a long one for them. Usually they come to San Jose during this time, but they're not coming, as you mentioned, this year. It's going to be a little bit later in the year.
Yeah, February. Dalmerson. Now Oduya.
Too many men. The guy stands out.
It'll be icing.
Hjalmarsson comes out, and he's still off on the ice, and the next guy steps on and makes a body check. That's too many men.
Stay tuned to Esurance Sharks postgame live coming up next. Brody Brazel, Brett Hedican in the studio, and Jamie Baker here in Chicago with his 2 cents and more sometimes.
That's all you got left after a road trip like this.
The travel very unusual. The Sharks traveled a good bit east to start this trip and north to go to Winnipeg. Then they worked their way back west and then finish, well, not in the Far East, but all the way here in Chicago. They got a lengthy flight ahead of them going back home tonight. 11
time zones since October the 10th. That's how many times the Sharks have been in and out of the Pacific. 11 different time zones in the games. That's crazy.
Everybody's got their problems, though.
Yeah, I know. But still, didn't anybody buy a globe at the NHL offices? Anybody?
Desjardins can't clear it. Pickles on him, so Desjardins hands it off to Vlasic. We'll await the Tampa Bay Lightning on Thursday. They've had a great year. Of course, they're without their heartbeat right now, Steven Stamkos, but they've got one of the best goaltenders in the NHL right now in Ben Bishop. A shot and a save by Crawford. Pass back out front. nicely done as well, but the Sharks unable to convert. And now here's Sharp. And a penalty coming up.
Penalty shot.
And it will be. A penalty shot coming up for Chicago as Sharp and Vlasic joust a little bit.
He's allowed to go in for the breakaway as Dan Boyle was pressuring. And you see Marc-Andre Vlasic come back, and he falls on Sharp as they go into the corner. He loses his edge, and Marc-Andre Vlasic falls on top of him. I guess that's what Patrick Sharp was upset about, and he gets a penalty shot opportunity.
18:49 time of the call. So Sharp will get the penalty shot here against his former teammate Antti Niemi. They've been going high on a lot of their shots against Niemi tonight, the Blackhawks. See what Sharp does here. Here's the penalty shot for Chicago. Upstairs.
Nice move.
And that makes it 5-1.
Simple little move by Patrick Sharp. Fakes to the backhand and quickly just shovels it upstairs. It's not a big move across. It's just a little move across and then elevate it as quickly as possible. That's a goal score.
So the Sharks are going to be on the wrong end of the score on this night, and it'll turn out to be their toughest loss of this road trip here against a team that every team in the league is measuring themselves against right now. They're the defending champs, and until someone else can hoist a banner, they're the team to beat. And right now, the Chicago Blackhawks have to be pretty happy with the way they responded after a very disappointing 7-2 loss in Nashville last night. That's the 7th of the year for Sharp and his 2nd of this game. 18:49 time of that penalty shot goal for Sharp. Bickle to Versteeg one last time, and that's through the crease and wide, or at least through the slot. And Oduya will steer it back, and the Sharks will lick their wounds after this one. They'll have some time to rest after an arduous 5 games in 8 days with all the travel. They'll be off game-wise until Thursday against Tampa Bay. One last shot, Crawford with the save. He'll throw it out to the corner, and this one's over here in the Windy City. Patrick Sharp ends up with the game winner. That was the goal that made it 2-1, and the Sharks were never able to come back after that. They get their only goal on the night from Joe Pavelski. The final score tonight here at the United Center, Chicago 5 and the Sharks 1. As the Sharks head off and head home, Sharks Postgame Live starts now.